Today, I'd like to talk about our student organization, Universities Allied for Essential Medicines, and we are the University of Alberta chapter. 1 in 6 people in the world suffer from one or more neglected diseases. What are neglected diseases? They are things we've heard of, like HIV, tuberculosis, malaria, and other neglected tropical diseases, like Chagas disease, leishmaniasis, and onchocerciasis. These are diseases that tend to affect poorer people in the world. Since 1985, 1,556 drugs were created, but only 21 were made for neglected diseases. So why is this happening? It seems like there's this huge disconnect. Well, it turns out the way we produce medicines in the global pharmaceutical industry is through a market-based approach. But we need to shift away from this thinking towards a needs-based approach. We see medicines, drugs, pharmaceuticals, treatments as essential to life for many people and should be thought of separately from other types of goods and products, like a car or an iPhone. If a drug is available to treat a neglected disease, oftentimes the drug is too expensive for most people in the developing world to afford. And this often has to do with patents on those drugs. Such patents usually come from initial research and discovery at a university, where a university will then license that patent to a pharmaceutical company. So in 2012, our group, UAEM Alberta, convinced the University of Alberta to adopt what are called global access principles, effectively informing the university on how it should patent and license its discoveries. Yet for many neglected diseases, such treatments don't even exist, because we don't know enough about the disease and there isn't enough research done on treatment. At our base, we host events, talk to researchers and students on campus, and raise awareness about these issues. This year, we'd like to work towards the establishment of the Alberta Neglected Diseases Research Fund to support our researchers that develop treatments, diagnostics, and better ways of managing neglected diseases for the sake of the global poor. The money for the Neglected Disease Fund potentially coming from you, the university community, through a crowdfunding campaign. We're also creating a new and innovative course at the U of A called Drugs for the Developing World, and much more. We're university students working to increase the availability of medicines to the developing world through policy change at the University of Alberta and in Canada. Universities Allied for Essential Medicines, or UAEM, is a global student organization with chapters all around the world. We are the University of Alberta chapter. Check us out at uaem-alberta.org.